Welcome to the Flip Side, episode 19. I'm here with my good friend Ella, save here first, aka the queen of auctions on YouTube. Ella, welcome to the Flip Side. How the heck have you been?
It's been a while. It's been a long time since we've been on a show together.
Y- It's been a long, long
It's been
time.
years.
Years. And look how much younger you look. You look so much younger now. That you don't have to deal with me every single week. You look
Younger.
you look vibrant. You're gleaming over there.
I look so dark. Let me tell you, it is so hot. Well, I don't need to tell you. You know about it. It's
It's
so
hot.
hot. It's hot. I
It's
mean,
hot.
just stepping out the door alone.
Yes.
Look how brown and darker I have looked.
Well, that's the beauty about. I don't know if you have these things in your place. There's a thing called air conditioning. You put it on and then it makes it not hot. You should try that sometimes. I don't know if you know about it or
Well,
not.
that's inside the house. If you step outside and let the heat you up,
Well, why are you stepping outside? Just stay
I
inside.
gotta, I have to go give the mail lady the mail.
Well, tell her to come in. Say, hey, come inside, girl.
I'm not like that.
Does your mail lady hate you yet, or does she love you? Tell me
No, you
about that.
know what? I always bless my the UPS guys, the mail lady when they come, I always bless them. I ask them if they want water. I give them water with snacks. My mail
Oh,
lady, I give her coffee. I give them money sometimes in an
what do you mean
envelope.
coffee? Just like a to-go cup?
No, I wish it wasn't.
You were like, here you go. Here you go. Thank you for my mail. Here you go. You're like, do you want it with cream or sugar? Let me know. I'll have it ready by the time you come back.
No, these type of coffee.
That's from
Tracy Cakes. I buy a
Tracy
lot of
Cakes. Yeah,
Tracy Cakes. I buy a lot of them, and I do
yeah.
giveaways on my channel. So I give this sometimes, and I actually give let my mail lady.
So nice of you. You're so nice to anybody that's not named Paul. It's so sweet. She got the fan going right next to her.
It's
Yeah,
hot.
she's. It's been 2 minutes of recording. She's already over it. She's like, it's been 2 minutes. She's like, I can. Is this over? This is a
I
2 minute
can't take
podcast,
this.
right?
I can't take this.
It's a 2 minute podcast.
Oh gosh.
I- oh wow! Oh my gosh! I'm gonna have to keep track of how much fans Ella uses during the show. Over here, I'm drinking hot coffee while I'm recording, and you're just
I
here.
can't believe you're drinking hot coffee. I have water. I have
Uh,
water. And you're drinking hot.
I have Dr Pepper ready to go as a backup once the coffee is over, but the
Wow.
coffee goes first. Anyways, I do a bad job of this. So I gotta stop doing a bad job of this because I assume that everybody that I bring up, people know. So
What?
not everybody knows who you are. So tell people who you are in case people don't know.
Okay.
Who is Ella Johnson?
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
wow! Oh, she's sweating.
Oh
Oh
my
man!
god.
Oh man! I'm asking the hot questions today. She's on the hot seat.
This is the first time you use my full name. Nobody's
Oh,
ever used my full name.
nobody calls you Ella Johnson besides me.
No,
Mine
no,
good.
just you. Okay, so who is Ella Johnson? Okay,
That's a good. That's a deep question, man.
that is a deep question. Who is Ella Johnson? Well,
How much time do we have to answer that? Right?
yeah, how much time do we have?
Uh,
Well, I wouldn't say in a
my
nutshell.
watch is dead, so I don't know either. So I guess we're stuck.
I wouldn't say in a nutshell because I'll be stepping on people's nuts. So just,
Whoa. Okay.
I won't say in a nutshell, but I would just say, I would say Ella is a 56-year-old woman.
You're 56.
Yes, I'm 56.
Congrats. You look
Thank,
great.
thank you. I'll
I
be 50.
thought you were like 59. So 56 is great.
Well, I'll be 57 in a few months.
Wow.
So yes,
That
so
dang. I really did not think, like to be honest, because I never ask a woman her age, but I always assumed you were like in your 40s. I did not think you were
in my
in your late 50s
late
now.
late 50s, yes.
Late 50s. Do you get those ARP magazines? Do you get those in the mail?
Let me tell you, um, my first one was before. I think it was like even a month before I hit 50.
Oh, they were already recruiting you, huh?
They were, yes. Well, I had it for about a year because I had a year subscription. I don't think I renewed after that because it wasn't,
It
it
wasn't
didn't
worth.
benefit. It wasn't worth anything. It
Yeah.
didn't benefit me nothing. So yeah, I didn't bother renewing, but I
Yeah.
thought it would help. But I didn't go to the movies to get a discount. I didn't stop at Dunkin' Donuts to get a discount. I didn't, so it wasn't for me.
You
So
weren't like old yet. Is what you're saying.
it wasn't matter. It's not matter of being old yet.
Well,
It was
it's the old discounts. Like, do you get dinner at 3 p.m.? Are you one of those like early bird? You're at the restaurant 3 p.m. getting dinner while I'm still getting lunch.
no, 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 no. And you know what? You're talking about dinner. I haven't even had dinner yet. That's
I
how
haven't had dinner yet.
that's how bad it is.
I haven't even had lunch yet.
Well, let me tell you, when I got your message, I was still doing an auction. And as soon as
Oh,
yes, as soon as my
when you got
auction,
my first message,
when I got your message, when I got
like
your
at like
first,
like at 9 a.m. this morning.
no, I didn't get it. You posted it, but actually, I would say when I got it was actually when I first read it because I was on at 10 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
Yes, and we only finished about what a few minutes before 4 o'clock or so.
Dang. It's so I rudely interrupted you when you said you're 56. So what people know you for on YouTube is you're the one that goes and has an auction every single day, I would say, for about 10 hours a day. Is that accurate?
Well, somewhat accurate. Well, okay. So, yeah, my name is Ella, and my channel name is Safe Here First. Safe Here First is actually a registered business. When you open your business in Florida here, you have to make sure you register it, and you have to make sure that um, everything is done above water, and they even put you in the papers just to announce that you are a business. So yes, Savior First is a registered business. It's one of the names that out of many names I've had for businesses, and I've been in business since 2008.
Wow.
Yeah. When I started selling jewelry, and I used to design my own cards because I come from a fine art background. So I used to design Christmas cards to sell, and so I had a name for that business, and then I decided to transition into children's books and gifts because I did teach
Dang,
back.
you did a lot. Are you sure you're only 58 or 59?
Yeah.
you,
So
you lived a long life over here. You've been doing a lot.
yeah, so I was selling children's books, and became a book reviewer. So I was receiving a lot of books from publishers, from
Hmm.
authors,
Yeah.
publishers like HarperCollins, Abrams, just to name a few. I even had a contract with Disney where I was doing the Disney personalized books.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and put children's name in it, and it will be like the book will read with the child's name, and they can pick like three of their friends or their
Gotcha.
cousins in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
That's
I did
cool.
that. Yeah, I did that for a bit, and then I changed the name and did clothing, women's accessories, and I changed the name again. And this time I took a break in 2016 for personal reasons. And when I came back again, I was like, what name would I use? And then my ex-husband said, hey, why don't you use Save Here First? Because that's what we used when we were doing ship dropping with eBay a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Why don't you use that name? Nobody's using it." So I took over the name Save Here First, and
Well,
that's got Save Here First.
that's what you're known as.
I'm known as Save Here First.
You,
Now,
you were thinking about being Philly Flipper #1 fan, but that one's already taken by many people. And you don't want to be Philly Flipper number 786 fan, so you want to say it first. That makes sense. Makes
yeah,
sense.
Save Here First is like Save Here First, so that makes sense. Yeah. So and what was the
And
question again?
what was you were talking for so long? I even forgot. I was like, I thought you were gonna answer in 2 seconds, and you went on a big ramble about giving me your job resume, like I was about to hire you or something. Like
Well,
it
you
all
know what?
started back in
I'm
1964.
always
Uh,
looking for. I'm always looking for a new job. You never know.
the
But anyway,
question was, do you do 10-hour auctions a day on YouTube? And for
that's
some reason,
that's the
you
question.
went back to 2008. I don't know
No,
why.
you said that I was trying to talk about how I came across the name Save Here First and everything.
Oh, okay. So if it's gonna be a ten
That
hour
was
answer
that,
to each question, we're gonna be here for a long time. I'm just saying.
no, I'm gonna leave you and walk off in a minute. No, that was a part B to question 1.
What?
Okay,
Oh, okay. So that's okay. So you're gonna answer my auction question 20
your
minutes from
auction
now.
question.
When I ask you about your accent, you're gonna say,
Okay,
"Oh, about the auction."
okay. So about okay, I only do auctions 5 days a week.
Only five. There's 7 days to do them. I only do 5 of those days.
Let me do 5. Sometimes like I have,
Sometimes 6.
yeah, sometimes 6. If I'm okay, I do auctions during the week,
Yes.
and Friday, that's when I invoice. So I invoice on Fridays. Okay, I'm invoicing Fridays till Saturday morning. I'm invoicing. So once I get to finish everything, once the post lady comes and pick up the first batch from people that have paid, whatever is left, they're just gonna sit till they come on Monday to pick it up.
Yeah.
So Sunday, if I'm not doing anything, I like to do unboxing, jewelry unboxing. So that's why sometimes I say 5-6 days you probably see me doing an
Well,
auction.
don't you have your like let's let loose live on Sundays as well with
Yeah,
Missy?
I have to let loose, which is on Sunday. I do it like twice a month, so that I can
So you only let loose twice a month? I guess that makes sense, doesn't it?
only let loose twice.
The other 28 days you hold it in. You're like, oh
I
man,
hold it.
it's not let loose yet. Yeah,
Not let
we
loose.
gotta hold it. We gotta hold it.
Yeah, I think you need to come on let loose this Sunday. I
Yeah,
think you need to
I'm
come on.
waiting for the check to clear. As soon as the check clears, I'm coming on. That's
What
all.
check? Come on, what check clearing?
You don't know I'm a celebrity now. That people gotta pay millions of dollars for me to make an appearance. You
I'm
weren't
a
aware of this?
celebrity. Did you pay me to come on this show?
Yeah, the check's in the mail. It's coming.
The check is in the mail.
I don't know what the check is for, but it's in the mail. It's coming.
I
I'm
should have waited for that
I'm
check.
also don't know if it's coming to you, but it's in the mail. It's going somewhere.
I should have waited for that check to clear first before I hopped on, because this was very last minute. I was like, "Oh, did somebody cancel?"
You were first of all, you have been begging me on your knees, fists, hands in the air, saying, "Paul, nothing will make my life better than coming on this podcast with you. Please, please, please have me on." I said, "Okay, fine, Ella, I'll have you on." That's kind of how it went down from where I sit.
Okay. June 18, let the record state. June 18 at 2:55 p.m.
Yes.
Xavier first said to Philip Flipper, "Okay, so when are you going to invite me on your show, or do I need to invite myself?"
Exactly what I just said.
There's no leading down, no back, nothing.
Word for word, what I said is what just happened.
There's no word
And
for
look,
word.
today is July 25th. And so, and what I say, I had a bunch of people lined up. As soon as
You
they're
said,
done, you're up.
I'm still reading. I
Okay.
said, evidence. Inviting yourself only puts you further down the list. That's what
I,
you
s- I,
I said interesting. You-
I
So
said,
that's what I said. And then you said, I have a guest lined up for a while, but be ready when I do call your name.
and what happened? I called your name.
And then after about a month later,
Yes,
you said, you ready for tonight?
exactly. That's me calling your name. I don't know what the discrepancy here is. My story stays true. So I had a bunch of people lined up. All the people were done. I said, "Be ready for what I call your name."
But you said I was begging, kneeling, my hands
Yes,
up in the air.
begging.
I mean, from this text, I don't see my hands being up in the air from this
Well,
text.
uh,
I don't
I,
see
I
my hands in the air.
I wasn't there when you
You see
said it,
my
so
hand in the
I
air.
don't know what position you were in
I was in no
on the
position.
if you were standing, if you were sitting, if you were kneeling. But the way I read it, you were like, Paul, please, I'm begging you, come. Can I come on your show? Now I was like, oh, I feel so bad for poor Ella. She this is gonna make her life over here. So yes, I'll invite her on.
Well, it
That's
would
how
have.
I felt.
I'm glad it took a while because you know what? I'm known as one of the busiest women on YouTube, so I probably
That's
wouldn't
what
have had
some
time.
people say. Some people say that.
Yeah, some people say that. If
So,
you don't know,
anyways,
if you don't know, now you know.
now you know.
Mhm.
So me and Ella, I would say me and you are pretty good friends, even though we haven't met in real life, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we had back way back in the day, guys. I used to have a live show in the afternoons and
Weekdays.
weekdays, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I used to do it, and I remember I met Ella. Were you in Buffalo Pickers channel when I
Yes,
met you?
yes.
And this is 2021, I would say, maybe 2020,
Yeah,
2019, even
2020, 21.
2021. Yeah, so like 2 years ago.
Yes.
And Ella was Buffalo Bigger had a show on Friday, and he would always invite good guests. And then one day he decided to invite Ella, and I'm like, who is this Ella person? Why is he inviting her? And then they remember the show. Ella would just be like, because she had really bad internet, so she would just be freezing at random moments, and I found it hilarious. So I would make fun of it, and that's how me and Ella became friends. I was just from me picking on her, and as you
It
see,
became
nothing has
me.
changed. Nothing has changed. So then, so then when I started having my live show, I was like, yo, I was looking for different guests. I was like, ah, let's see if Ella can come on and freeze with me. It'll be great. It'll be great entertainment. Little unbeknownst to me that I didn't know that Ella's internet got fixed, and I actually had to talk to her for 2 hours. I wasn't ready for that. I thought it was gonna be just her just frozen the whole time and just me laughing at her. But and we had a really good back and forth. People liked it and they said we want Ella back. And I don't know how many we had, probably like 20 shows together, right? I would say somewhere around there.
Yeah, we had quite a few shows
Yeah,
together, and yeah, everybody wanted me. They were saying, "Yeah, make Ella your co-host, make Ella your co-host." So after the show, you say, "Hey, how about it?
yeah.
Fridays?" I said, "I'm down with that." I kind of
Boom.
loved it. So yeah,
And I think your first ever live was with me on your channel too, right?
yes, my first ever live. Because I was doing unboxing on my channel at the time. I wasn't ready to go live, so I would do recorded unboxing, and I would do my what sold recorded,
Yes.
and then I had a couple of you know live interviews where other people invited
Yes.
me on, like Buffalo. I did the very first one was with Fundamental,
Yes.
and
The hump day.
yeah, the hump
Weekday. Yeah.
day. Yeah, that's how Buffalo found me, and he invited me to come on his as well.
Were you ever live with TJ, or was that pre-recorded?
Yes, that was live with we went live. We did an unboxing because we both bought the same um box from A8 Lots. And so
Ah,
we decided to go live and open the box live to see what we got in each box. So yeah, that
got
was
it.
the live I did with them. So yeah.
So I gotta credit you for that. Me and TJ are really good friends, and if it wasn't for you, I would have no clue who he was. So
Let me tell you, if it wasn't for
something
me,
good came
nobody
out of million-year friendship was
yeah,
TJ.
nobody would have known TJ if it wasn't for me, because that's how he and Fundamental as well. You know, although he was already big, he TJ,
Yeah.
pallet jacking, they were already big.
Yep.
You know, they were already big. But I always when I used to go and do the live, because I've been on Fundamental about 3 times. They invited me, and I've always credit TJ and April all the
Yeah.
time, you know. And they were like TJ, April, so they invited. Yeah, so yeah, I love them.
So TJ, if you're listening, you wouldn't be nowhere if it wasn't for Ella. You better send her a check in the mail too. You better get 2 checks, one from you, one from me. But the one that I'm sending, you better send two, TJ. So send her 2 checks.
Yeah, and Fundamental, if you're watching this too, I need a check too.
Yeah, everybody, Buffalo, you're watching this too. Send her, yeah. Anybody that Ella's ever been on the channel of, better. She's waiting for them checks to clear. I'm just saying.
But no,
My
TJ
check is coming from this guy. So just be ready. Okay, this guy is gonna send it.
the guy in the yellow hat.
The guy in the yellow
hat.
Yep.
Bright yellow.
Yeah. And also people that maybe don't know who Ella is, but you guys know this right here.
Super chat, 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 super chat. Super chat, super chat,
Super chat, super chat. Oh,
super chat, super chat.
so
I remember that day so well.
yeah.
You hit your, because when I got on your show, you went 1K at the time.
Yeah.
And when you hit your 1K and you got monetized, you were like, people were giving you super chat. You were like, I don't have a super chat song right now.
Like I said, I don't have a super chat song right now.
I can do one for you, you know.
Yeah, boom, but there it goes.
Super chat. Super chat. And everybody wanted, not everybody, but a lot of people, when I came on, we did our show together. They just wanted to see me do that super chat.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think you got rich off that super chat.
Hey, I told you your check's in the mail. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
I did have, because people had like dolphins and like Tinkerbells and minions and all that stuff. Nobody had Ella dancing in super chat, and they were they're like, we got to see that again and again. And I was like, yeah. See?
I remember Cajun reseller. He kept saying, Paul, when you gonna give Ella some money all the time?
He's still saying that. He's still waiting. Ella's also still waiting.
He's my PR.
Yeah, so now that's the behind the scenes of that one, how I have that, and I've been using that one for a while.
I see you got others. You've upgraded.
Until I got TJ, I got this one right now. So, this is the one I've been using recently. Obviously, I have the Shay. You know the Shay. Whoa.
I saw that one. My heart just, it was like, oh, I hope she's okay. And then she was bleeding. It was like, oh my gosh. No.
So people, how you call it? So I'm using a lot of people for theirs, and people also want me to pay Shay for that one, and Shay hasn't gotten a penny yet, but it's in the checks in the mail, Shay. Check in the mail.
I haven't got a penny, and he got rich off mine for years. He got rich off mine. So
I'm still getting rich of yours.
You see, I'm telling you.
Now I'm getting rich of TJ's, and he's not getting a penny either.
Let me tell you. Imagine if this was live. You know the ching 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 you could have been getting if this was live.
If this was live, people would have left at the start when you were describing your background story about how you became a reseller. Everyone would have left by then.
Nobody leaves.
But when you were describing your name for 25 minutes, everybody would have been gone. We would have went from like 50 people to 5.
Nobody leaves. Nobody leaves. No, that's not true.
Anyways, back to your background story. I hear an accent. Now I'm not sure what accent it is. I think it might be Spanish. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
okay.
So were you born
Spanish.
like in Spain or like Mexico or like Colombia or something? I don't know. There is an accent there. Just I can't put my finger on it.
Okay, so my accent is kind of mixed. I've been here for over 17 years. I've been here now. So
17 years.
yeah, my accent.
Dang,
I think it's is it 17? I came here in 2006.
that would be 17.
Yeah, so that's about 17.
Dang,
I've been
you
coming
got
to
you got here 8 years after me.
I've been coming to the United States since 99. I've been coming to the United States, but permanently staying was 2006. Actually, I was born and brought up in England.
Well, that's what I figured the accent was. I figured it
Yes.
wasn't a Florida accent.
No, it's not. And my British accent is no longer as strong as it used to be. When I got here, people just used to follow me around. Even when I'm in the store, people used to just come up to me and just want to hear me talk.
I don't blame it. I don't blame it.
Yeah.
You sound way more sophisticated when you have a British accent.
You see, so and then I grew up around Africans and I grew up around Jamaicans. I have a lot of Jamaican friends. So you normally when I'm around my Jamaican friends, my accents will change a little bit. And when I'm around
Yeah.
Africans, my accents will change a little bit. But I am not only because I was born in England and brought up in England, I actually am from a Nigerian root. My
Oh,
parents
so
are
you
Nigerian.
have that. Wow. Okay, so you got quite the mix, quite the stirring
Yes.
pot in you.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, my parents are from Nigeria.
Uh-huh.
And my dad left, he's late now. He died 2 years ago. But my dad left Nigeria and he got a scholarship to come to England. And then my mom
Gotcha.
joined later on when she was 16. My mom came to England when she was 16. So yeah, they had three of us, myself, my brother, and my sister in England.
Mhm.
And then in the 70s, we moved back to Nigeria. And then after I just moved back to
Oh,
London.
I did not know you were moved to Nigeria too.
Oh, yeah.
How long were you in Nigeria for?
I was in Nigeria for probably about 19 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I
And
had
then
no clue about that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's a
Um,
long time.
yeah, because my dad his mother, they kept telling him his mom's gonna pass if he doesn't come back to Nigeria. So he decided that okay, we should all go to Nigeria. So he packed all of us up and we all went back to Nigeria. So I went to school there, did my education, and then I just felt okay, I've done my education. I don't belong here. I need to
Mhm.
leave. So I left and I came back to England.
Do you know
And
what city this was in Nigeria?
sorry?
What city in Nigeria?
We stayed in Edo State, EDO.
Uh-huh.
We stayed
Got
in
it.
Edo State. Then we after when I was 18, we moved to Delta State,
Well,
which is
that's a looks like a big, pretty nice sized city.
of
Uh,
course they're all the
yeah.
big cities, all main big cities. You
It's in
know,
Delta State.
yeah, Delta State.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then after while I was there, I just finished my education, my higher education. I thought for a couple
This
of
is
months.
Delta State right here.
Yeah, in this Delta State.
Hold on,
Yeah.
better
And
picture.
yeah,
So
and then
look at that.
yeah, Delta State.
One of the most developed states in Nigeria. So is state like a
It's,
state here? Same thing.
yes, just how you have states, different states here, that's
Okay.
they have different states in Nigeria as well. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. See, you're teaching me things. Look at you.
Yeah.
I had no clue I would learn anything from you. I thought I'd just be me laughing at you the whole time. But look at you teaching me a couple things.
I mean, don't forget, I was a teacher. So after that, I left and I came back to England. I worked at a betting shop for about 3 years, and then I went and I started working for the British government, and I worked with them for 10 years, and then
Wow.
I retired.
What city in England were you born? Were you in London your whole life or no?
Yes, I was born in Dulwich Hospital, is in Southeast London.
Have you ever gone back in the last like 10 years or so?
The- Oh, yeah, the last time I went back was 2018.
Oh, okay.
And I was supposed to go back in 2019 for my sister 50th,
Uh huh.
and then the pandemic hit.
Oh, the pandemic hit. I don't know. I forgot about that already.
Yeah. 2000, 2019. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna go like I was gonna go for her 50th birthday, and yes, the pandemic, and yeah, everywhere was shut down, so I couldn't go anywhere. So I
It
haven't
was
been.
shut down during the pandemic. Something was shut
Everywhere
down.
was shut down during the pandemic. You knew, where were you, under a rock?
Did you buy toilet paper during the pandemic? Did you find any toilet paper? I heard it was a crazy time to get toilet paper.
Yeah, you know what? I always used to buy in bulk anyway, so I already had the toilet paper, but not as crazy as it was. But I did have stuff in bulk, so yeah, I wasn't worried. It was only me, myself, and I, so I
Yeah.
wasn't really worried.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
How
mean,
how much TP do you actually need? Right. Like you could use some other things if you run out. I see there's bubble wrap in the corner you could use. There's
well,
packing paper.
I don't need to use bubble wrap. I don't need to use paper. There's water. Water was running. Water, keep it. Water, I can use water. There was water.
I don't want the visual in my head.
Water
We
was
gotta talk about.
water is the best. Let me tell you,
We
water
gotta
is
talk about something else.
tissue paper is so dusty. So
Oh my goodness!
water was
Get
the
out of
best.
here!
So let me tell you, I lived in Nigeria, so I've lived without. In Nigeria, the electricity goes off, and it could go off for weeks. So I've
Weeks.
lived. Yes. So I've lived.
How does one charge his phone?
I don't know about. I don't know about. Then we had no. Let me tell you. Back then, there was no cell phone. Back then,
Well, yeah, because you were what? You said you were like a teenager, right?
yeah, I was a kid. And let me tell
This
you,
is like 1905, right? 1910 maybe. Back then, yeah, definitely no cell phones in 1910.
there was no
So,
cell phone back then. There was no cell phone back then. So
yeah.
you want a phone? Let me tell you, we had a phone at home. And my dad would put a padlock on the phone so we don't use it to call our friends.
Seriously, that was a thing.
Yes, but there's one thing he didn't know. When you take the receiver off and you tap it, you tap the number, the receiver, the thing, you can tap it. So if you're calling somebody, you can say tap 222 4.
You could do that.
And it will ring. I'm telling you. And it will ring. We'll tap it. We'll take the receiver off, even though he locked it, and we'll just tap it. Tap the numbers.
Look at you getting around the thing, huh?
I'm telling you. So yeah, that was it. And then back then in England, we just if you don't have a phone in the house, we just go to the phone booth. Back then, you just go across the street. There's always a phone booth across down the street, one or two phone booths. You just go in there, just make sure that they didn't pee all over the place, and you go.
Isn't that crazy how much stuff
You hold
like
the phone like this? So you don't touch it.
That's disgusting. Isn't it crazy though how much stuff got like obsolete in your lifetime? Like phone booths, pagers. Did you use a pager in your life? Were
No,
you part of a pager?
I never did use a pager.
Yeah.
Never did.
But
Pagers were like more for gangsters and drug dealers.
oh, that wasn't you. I thought you were a gangster somewhere in between all your travels. I thought there was some gangster work.
No.
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever used a phone booth in my life. I don't think I
You
ever used a
never?
phone booth.
Well,
No.
you're still a kid, so you probably didn't.
Well, it's like cell phones came out when I was, I'll probably say 13 and 14. They came out way earlier, but they were like getting used. Like this was like those like Nokia phones and like those like razors and stuff. That was like
Motorola.
13, 14. And then I think when I was 18, the iPhone first came out.
I think
So,
I had my first Motorola in let me say was it 19 what was it? 1998.
You're about to ask me what was the question again? That's gonna be your next thing. What were we talking about?
Oh my god.
Uh,
I
did,
think,
did,
yeah.
did you used to have like a car phone? Did you have a car phone back in the day?
No, I didn't have a car. I never did, because in England, it's cheaper for you to just, well, it's cheaper for me anyway, because I have to get the bus and the train to get into town. If you're on the bus, you're gonna be late to work. I mean, sorry, you're gonna drive into town, you're gonna be late.
Uh huh.
So I didn't bother getting a car. So I would take a bus, because there's just, you come out, there's buses. Not here
Yeah.
where you have to wait forever for a bus. There's buses, and then there's
Wait,
train stations.
like taxis? There's buses like taxis in London?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of buses. Every, like, you probably wouldn't wait 5 minutes. There's a bus, always a bus coming.
Really?
Yeah, in England.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
always a bus coming. You don't even have to wait in
And
some of
it's
the
those like
places.
double decker buses?
Yeah, the
Like,
double
yeah.
decker buses, and then some areas will have like the lower level buses. Depend on the area. Some will have double decker buses and stuff like that. It just depends on how busy that route is. Yeah,
Gotcha.
you
Dang.
won't. I wouldn't even bother taking a taxi, because the taxi is gonna deliberately get you stuck in traffic, and the meter is just gonna be running.
Oh, really? That's how they do it. That's how they do it
Yeah,
to you.
yeah. So I don't bother.
They
I
can't do it to Ella Johnson. Ella Johnson knows better. She'll be
no,
like,
no, no, no.
you better move, kid. I know how this game works. Take the other way." Yeah.
I take the bus and go and take the train. The best way to travel in England is by the underground railway. Will take you anywhere you're going. You can
Yeah.
switch platforms, get on, take the overhead train, the British Rail train. Oh yeah,
I
that's
know.
the
I,
best
I I
way.
looked at that map before, and it gave me a headache. There's like,
You get used to it. When I got back to England, it took me a while. And when I was working, I had to go, because I was working part-time. I had to go from one store to the other. When I was working at a bedding shop, I will say, how do I get to this place? They will try to tell me. I'll say, you know what, I'll just take the
look at
underground.
this thing. Look at this thing. What is that?
Let me tell you something about it. Every line is color coded. Say,
I
for
see
instance, if
that.
you take the Jubilee line will tell you where you're going, and you can
First of all, it's called the tube, right? You guys call it the
yeah,
tube?
this is the
It's
tube.
pretty
This
cool.
is
The
the tube.
tube.
And I've been on every different parts of I've lived in every different part of this area. From north to south, east, and west. I've been in it, and I've taken the tube nearly everywhere. I've traveled with the tube on this map that you're showing. Yeah.
That's crazy.
You just have to learn where to get off and where to connect. So that's it. It will tell you, because it's got all the train lines, and all the lines are color coordinated. You have to make sure you know which platform you're getting on to get the next train, or else you're going to get on the train and you're going to be
Yeah,
lost.
that's what I figured. Like once you get on the wrong train, you're screwed.
Let me tell you, you get people when they go to England on a holiday, and they're with the map and trying to find where to go. They're like this, looking up, and it's
So each of these dots is like a stop. Is that what
yes,
that is?
it's a
Okay.
stop. It's a stop. We see where all the names are, so that tells you where the train will stop, and
Yeah.
sometimes tell you where you can connect to get onto the next line to get to continue your journey. Some of them will take you straight. Like if I want to get on the Victoria line, and say if I'm coming from
I don't know what the
maybe
Victoria line is. Which one that
you
is?
see a Victoria line.
Oh, the blue, light blue,
Okay, you
that
see
blue
blue is
color.
the Victoria line.
This
Yeah.
one right here.
Yes, in the Victoria line. And now, when I was living on the other end, it was just one straight shot for me. I just get on it, and it would just take me straight to central London.
Hmm.
And yeah, I get off there.
Is this center London right here?
Yeah,
Where there's like 8 million train tracks going across each
they're
other?
all trying to connect. Everything's trying to
Yeah,
come into central London. Yeah. All
it's
trying to come.
crazy.
They come into Victoria. Victoria is like the main station where all these trains, a lot of these trains get into, to get there. Yeah.
I'm sure if you live there, you're used to it, but I'm sure people like me, my first time, I'll be like, I don't know what's going on. Give me
You
an
you
Uber.
you get don't want to take a Uber. You okay, you can take a Uber, but you know what? You get it. You will get it.
Yeah.
Have you been to New York?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Okay.
I did the subway there, and so
So if you should get the subway there, I've never been to New York. I've never been. I've been a lot of the states, but New York, I always feel that I have to go there with somebody else. I can't be there on my own.
oh no, yeah, they will
So
abduct you and steal you,
I,
and then they realize you won't stop talking, and they'll let you go.
they just let me go.
You're like, this is a terrible hostage. She doesn't shut up. Let's grab somebody else next time. She doesn't shut up, but she always complains too.
Oh my gosh.
Dang. So did you live in London too, or did you live outside the city?
No, I lived in London. I did live in Croydon. That's where I bought my place in Croydon. Um, so yeah, I lived actually. I was in London most of the time. The only time I wasn't really out of the area, sort of. So I can still. It will take me an hour anywhere that I was. It will take me an hour to get into by train.
Wow, an
Yeah,
hour. Dang.
yeah. Because wherever I'm leaving, guess what? I time myself. I'm leaving. I'm on the bus. So if I'm leaving home at 6:30 to wait for the bus, get on the bus, get on the train, and get to work,
Sheesh.
I should be at work by 7:30. Yeah.
You know, my commute right now is about 3 seconds from my bedroom to my job. About 3 seconds.
Well, likewise.
It's a
Mine-
pretty.
you're in a much bigger house. Let me tell you, this is my
I'm
office.
in a much bigger house than you. I don't think so.
Yeah, this is where I do my part-time job. This is it here. So my bedroom is just,
Your part time job?
yeah, I still work part-time for the job.
Really? I
Yes,
didn't even know that.
yeah. The company that I was working full-time when I left
Wait. How do you work for them when you live like 50 hours a week? When do you have time for that? Do they know about this?
well, I work part-time 3 hours. I work 3 hours. So I get up at 7:30, get
Wait, 3 hours a day or 3 hours a week?
3 hours a day.
Oh, okay. So 3 hours a week, that's very part time.
No. So I get up in the morning, 7:30. I get up, take a shower, get dressed, and then I come sit down here from 8 o'clock till 11 o'clock. And then the rest of the day,
You work from 8 to 11?
8 to 11. And then on
The same
Tuesday,
time when you were in Victoria's lives and Johnny's lives, just
no,
talking the whole time?
no. Tuesdays and Fridays, I work till 10.
Ah.
And then after the auction ends, I come back on here and work the extra hour.
Oh, really? Dang. Okay.
Yeah. But
So you are kind of busy then.
I
huh?
am busy.
Yeah.
And sometimes during the weekend, I just log on to just see what's there and I just, get to work. So yeah.
What's your part-time job? What do you do?
It's just what do I do? Customer service work.
Boring.
Yeah, boring. It is
I was
boring.
I shouldn't have asked. Just boring answer. I was hoping it would be
It
more
is
exciting.
boring.
I
But
hope it'd be more exciting than that.
yeah,
Boring.
I was gonna pack it. My plan was to pack it in at the end of the year. I was gonna give myself 6 months, and I was gonna say, you know what, I'm done with it because I make more money, doing the auctions.
You make more money from me sending you the checks.
You don't send me no checks.
They're coming. They're coming.
I'm still waiting. At least I get what do you call it? YouTube checks come really faster, and I don't even know when it's in my accounts.
Well, I mean, YouTube checks come on the 21st every month.
You see, I don't, because you know what? I don't
Every month on the 21st they come.
and let me tell you, because I don't expect it, I really don't care that the money's in there,
Oh,
because it's like, oh, I don't even know it's in there. It's
oh
just there.
no, I get an email saying, "Hey, check your account, make sure they're."
It
Once you
is
start making millions a month like me, they send you an email say, "Hey, check your bank account. There's $1 million being deposited." You know,
well.
so maybe when you get to my $1 million level, maybe then they'll send you emails.
Let me tell you, they sent me an email. I just,
Oh, so you get $1 million
I do.
too then if you
Tell
get
you,
the
they
email.
do send me an email. I'm just saying that I don't, because it's not money that I'm expecting, you know. So it's just a bonus for me. So I don't really look forward to it. It's a blessing and I thank God for it. But I just look at it as a bonus, you know.
Yeah,
So if it's in there, it's in there. If it's not, I don't really,
yeah.
yeah.
That's how it started off for me until started being a lot. So now it's like my rent and everything else.
Well, which is
But
good because you got two channels, so you are benefiting from both, aren't you? Because you're
three
monetized on
three
both.
channels.
So you got three now. So I guess this one is monetized as well
Not
because
yet. Not yet. This one,
oh,
I have the hours in this one. I'm like at 850. I need like 100 more subscribers for this one to get monetized. It's gonna get
okay.
monetized as soon as your episode airs. You're gonna invite all your people. I'm gonna get 200 subscribers in a day, right? That's the plan, right? They're all gonna come watch you and subscribe, right? That's the plan, right? That's gonna happen, right? You
Well,
promised. You promised me. You promised me 300 subscribers, guaranteed. You said. You don't remember that?
I mean, but let me tell you, I
Check
got
your messages.
monetized.
Check your messages again.
Let me tell you something. I got monetized. It took me almost 2 years, okay, to get 1,000 subscribers. Now
Same.
I got monetized. I think about was it I think I got monetized September. If August or September, I got monetized, if I'm not mistaken. And
Of last year.
it's taken me from September to now just to get 300 extra subscribers. You see? Just 300. So it's not
So
easy.
you got those 300 extra. Now bring them over to the flip side and tell them to subscribe. I don't get what the problem is here. Well, you know why it takes them so long because the reselling auction is a very small niche on YouTube. So it's very hard to grow in that niche. Well, you understand that. But you have I would say you have a very, the ones that you have are very faithful. I would
Oh
say
my gosh. And
uh,
I've
like
added new from the coin community.
Ah,
I've
because like
added new subscribers to
I
the coin
subscribe
community.
to a lot of people that have auctions, and at the end of the day, I can like go on my subscriptions and see who's live. And
Mm.
there's people that have like 10 times more the subs that you do, but you have more people in your auctions than they do. So
Yeah.
I would say you have a very loyal, and I would say that's because you probably are more entertaining than other people are
More
as well.
entertaining.
I come to yours just to laugh because I don't want to buy on your crap, but I want to laugh at your jokes though.
It's a crap. I don't blame you because I call them crap too.
That's why I said it.
I'll be like, all right, Victoria, say your
Yeah,
crap.
yeah. But like, guys, like, I don't know what this is. Somebody give
I'm
me
like,
$5 for
sell
this
us
crap.
some
Somebody
crap.
give me $5 for this crap, please. Somebody.
But yeah, to be honest with you, we have some really good days. We have like 100 people come through,
Yeah.
and sometimes more than 100 people come through because not everybody put hit the thumbs up.
Yeah.
We get
Well,
up to like
well, you go away when they don't, right? You do this.
yeah.
If they don't hit the like, this is what happens to Ella, guys. She just goes away.
Yeah, if they don't hit the like, if I see that I have 60 people in my live and I go and see that, hold on, the thumbs up doesn't match the people that I got in my live. Yeah, whoever is there on there with me, they gotta go. They gotta go.
That's funny.
I'm
All right.
like,
So I want to see if you're a real person from London or not. Okay.
okay.
So I have some British slang here. I'm gonna tell you the word. You're gonna tell me what it means.
I I don't even know if I know it.
I'm
So
gonna start with some easy ones that even I know.
I
Right?
really don't do slang. That's one thing that my
Yeah.
parents never did bring us up on is the slang. But
What
go
is
ahead.
rubbish?
Oh, I always say rubbish.
What does that mean? What is a
Rubbish is
rubbish?
dirt.
Well, here it says garbage, so you're wrong. It's
Well, you
garbage.
know what, rubbish. You guys call it whatever, trash or whatever.
Yeah.
When I say rubbish, rubbish could mean two things. I can say it as you're talking crap, or I can say take out the rubbish. You
Take out the
know,
trash. Yeah.
no, take out the bin. We'll say take the bin out. I'm taking the bin out, or
All right.
take out the trash. That is what we refer it to.
What is
Yeah,
a snog?
a snog,
Yeah.
a snug, a
When you give
snug.
someone give someone a snog, have you
When you
given?
give somebody a snug, it's like a kiss, isn't
It
it?
is a kiss. Yeah. Look at
Yeah.
you.
It's
Yeah.
a kiss. Let me tell you, I've left England so long. I don't even remember. When I go back there, they say, "Oh, you talk like an American." I'm like, I'm talking weird.
What about sloshed? When somebody is sloshed.
Oh, they're drunk.
There, hey, look at you. Hey, yeah,
They're
you're
drunk.
good. You're good. Um, waffle.
Waffle? Like a Belgian waffle waffle?
No, if you're waffling, what are you doing?
They're all over the place.
Yeah, it's pretty much been you the whole podcast. You've just been waffling the whole time. It says you talk on and on and on. So that's what you've been on a waffle this last 15 minutes. And last one is minted. When somebody is minted. Yeah, that person over there is minted.
Crazy,
It says very wealthy. So
minted,
yeah,
wealthy.
that's what it says. I don't know.
I don't know about that
That
one.
that Ella Johnson is minted. That's
Let me
all I
tell
say.
you, like I said, I can't. We weren't allowed to speak slang or learn it because my dad was really strict. So
Oh really?
yeah, he want make sure that you
Well,
speak
he put padlocks on the telephones. I can imagine being a little strict.
proper English. We didn't learn slang at all. It had to be proper English. If I will say something like "in it," he will be like, "What's in it?" I'm like,
Oh
"Isn't it?"
really?
It has to be "isn't it?" instead of
Dang.
instead of just say "in it." You know, it's like I'm talking to you. I'm like, "In it," and
Yeah,
no, it has to
isn't
be
it? Dang. He's very strict.
"isn't it?" It
That's
has to be.
cool. So it made
So
you who you are.
yeah, we
N-
didn't. You know, we're not allowed to speak rubbish like that.
You
It's
can't
rubbish.
speak no rubbish.
No rubbish.
You can only sell rubbish. You can't speak rubbish. Ever tried that? Somebody come buy my rubbish. Have you tried that one?
No, I never said that. I'm like, "Yeah, let's sell some shit." That's more like it. That's more like me. And then when YouTube came up with this, the first 8 minutes or is it 8 seconds, you're not allowed to say any cuss word. Oh man, that was hard for me.
Yeah, I'm
I
surprised.
didn't, I didn't
You lasted 52 minutes on my show. I appreciate that.
well, I didn't know
Belo-
shit was a cuss word. I thought shit was shit.
How'd you not know?
I mean, it's never a cuss word. I'm like, what dictionary? Oh, and then I forgot the American dictionary where they probably put shit in and said it's a cuss word. Shit is not a cuss word. Hold up. I am going to take a shit right now.
I'm
That
just
is
thinking. I'm just thinking about how much editing I have to do now over the last minute. How much work you just made me do to prove a point. I don't know what point you were even proving. I'm so confused right now. I don't even know what you were trying to do.
I'm gonna go to the toilet and take a shit.
Um,
That's what I mean. I'm gonna go to the toilet and sit on the toilet and take a shit. That is not a cuss word. That's all
She's
I'm
still
saying.
going. She's still going.
I know you're gonna edit this part out, so I'm not even gonna
Oh
say
no,
it.
we're keeping that in. We're keeping that in. That's gonna be the highlight. I'm gonna make a reel out of that or a shorts out of that. Just people see the real Ella Johnson. Holy
People see
moly!
you haven't seen the stuff I do on my channel. They've seen worse. Let me tell you, I've been in worse. So
Sheesh. Anyways, let's go back to your auctions real quick. All right. So
okay,
I'm trying to let's reel it back.
really bad.
Enough with the rubbish.
Okay,
When you do you pack orders every day, or is it also the end of the week?
Um, I after every auction I packed. So
Oh, really?
yes. So this is what I've done. Like, okay, for instance, this is one that I packed yesterday. When I had the jewelry auction, after the jewelry um auction, what I do is I do the draft for PayPal
Yeah.
because it makes it easy for me. So after it, I do the draft on PayPal and then I pack each order and I put them in here. So every one I do and I pack them in here. And then Tuesday, when I do an auction, the same thing. This is from today. So I packed it and I put it in here. Now, if this person bought for me on Monday, I now sell a date. So if this is their package from Monday, I take it
Yeah.
out and I add it to
Makes
it.
sense. Yeah.
It makes sense. So that's what I do. And then Friday, I hold it till Friday. Friday, that's when after my last auction on Friday, that's when I invoice. So I get everything together, place it, and I bring it all together and I invoice. It makes it easy for me to do it that way.
Now, have you ever done all the work and people don't pay?
Oh yes. Oh yes. I had one here
That's
that was for 2 weeks. Already packed it, sealed it, invoiced them, they checked it, they never paid 2 weeks. I just kept
wow.
yes. Yeah.
Do you keep track of those people? And when they come in your live, you said, "Hey,
Oh
you son of a
no,
bee
I don't.
sting! You owe me money."
No, I don't do that. I don't do that. Some of them I don't say anything if they don't pay and they come back in. I think some of them don't come back in like that. Those that do come back in, and they do buy from me, I always give people a chance. That's it. I'll give them a chance. And if they
Just,
don't, I will block them.
just one chance, all right.
Oh,
You
I
don't,
block them.
you
No,
don't
I
keep
give them
giving
a
them
chance
multiple chances. Yeah,
because sometimes you don't know what's happening in their life.
yeah,
It's like if they something happens, some people say, okay, you know what? If you don't pay within 48 hours, that's it. But I don't mind. I will hold it for about a week because I'm like, I don't know what happened to you. But if I
yeah.
do see you in another chat buying, like I've seen a lot of people do, after a while, I'm tired. I block you. I'm
There we
like,
go.
no, I will block you. That's it.
Now, is there like a behind the scenes community of auction sellers, and you guys share names and say, "Yo, watch out for so and so. They bought three things from me but never paid." So you warn other people about them, or no? Or you just
No, no.
okay?
We don't do that. But when we do have like we go live in the back room, some people do say if they see somebody that comes in the chat, because if I have guests and they're coming on my show. So
Yes.
if they know somebody that's been in there live and didn't buy, and they will let us know, hey, like I would if I'm going into somebody's auction and I see somebody that don't pay and they're in their life, I will say, hey, I wouldn't take a bid from this person because they don't pay me.
I think that's just a smart thing to do, right? Because
Yeah.
you can't police it. And so like the same thing with like eBay. You don't sell on eBay, so you wouldn't know about this. But like
No.
eBay doesn't let us as buyers leave negative feedback. Us as sellers leave negative feedback for buyers. So when everybody someone doesn't pay, we can't. There's no way for us to tell our people on eBay, "Hey, watch out! This so and so person always sends offers but never pays." So
Mm.
there's a big Facebook group called Block Bidders that I'm a part of.
Ah.
And so whenever something stupid happens, let's say like somebody buys pants from me that are white, and she
Mm.
gets them, but they're not as white as she wanted them to be. So she made up like a fake excuse to return because she didn't like how white they were, so she wouldn't have to pay. So I take that person's name and say, "Hey, watch out for so and so, block them, so you don't have to deal with that." So
Oh.
so we do our own policing that way too because eBay doesn't do it. So
Wow.
yeah,
Ah, that's good. If I was selling on eBay, I probably would have
yeah.
loved to be in that group because I don't
Oh,
like to deal
oh,
with
oh,
people
no,
like
I'm
that.
in that group every day, and even though somebody like said didn't do anything bad to me, just because I know they were a pain for somebody else, I'm blocking them. I don't
Yeah, you
care.
don't want to deal with it.
I don't want to deal with it just in case something does happen in the
Yeah.
future. Yeah.
It's not like that it's not like that because there's people that will probably they will go to my live, they will buy something from me and they might pay, They go to somebody else's live and they probably doing
and
fake. Now,
ah,
everybody knows that the ghosting, I started it. I was on Johnny one day, and I've had people that bought from me, and I'm waiting for them to pay and everything. So one day, I was on Johnny doing the auction, and then I said something. I was like, Johnny was like, "Okay, where do you ship from? Tell people where you ship from and all that story." So I told them where I ship from, and then I said, "Please, make sure when you receive your invoice that you make payment. Please do not ghost me." That is where the ghosting came out. When I said
oh,
it,
so you started that too,
I
huh?
started that. Yes, the ghosting. So
You're a trendsetter. Look at you.
I said, please do not ghost me. So now, it's like people always put it in there as the emoji, ghost, and all that. And it's like, it's true because that's what happened. That people just ghost you. They go on somebody else's channel and they buy. They're buying, they're bidding. And I'm
Yep.
waiting. I'm like, oh my gosh, that person is bidding and they owe me money. And
Hmm.
then you do hear it. Some people will say, "Oh, that person hasn't paid." I was like, "Oh, they haven't paid me yet." So I decided don't take bids from them. And I've
It,
gone as far to block people because of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said, I don't sell on eBay, on YouTube. I sell on Whatnot though, in auctions. And there's this one guy I follow on Whatnot, who like keeps track of somebody that gave him like a low feedback on a Whatnot. And
Oh,
then whenever they come into his live, he goes, "Oh, look, there's John Smith. He gave me 2 stars. You sucker." He just calls him out as soon as they come into his show. It's hilarious.
but oh my goodness. No, really? Do they give feedback on whatnot now?
Yeah, yeah. You can leave a rating after you get a package. You can from 1 to 5 stars on how happy you are with it. Yeah.
Did they just started that?
Uh,
Not
six,
when
six, 6 months ago, I'd probably say it
oh,
started.
it
Yeah.
just goes to say I haven't been buying on whatnot. You actually introduced whatnot. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have known what whatnot was. I even got an invitation from whatnot to come and sell.
Yeah.
When they had these the category they had open, which had to do with what they call it, storage and
Yeah.
something. Yeah,
That's what I'm in right now. I'm in the garage sale category. But
yeah,
but,
and
but they have estate sales. They have storage units. They have pallets,
oh
which is
yes.
kind of which you would be good at. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so they sent me an email months back saying they wanted
Man,
me to,
they must have been very desperate if they're sending you emails. Sheesh. Whew.
well, they must be really desperate because they wanted me when they opened that, they wanted me, and I was receiving emails telling me, "Oh, could you please come on? We want you to sign up, and we've opened this thing." And I said to myself, "Nah, I didn't. I never replied any of them. I never replied any.
You
I thought
you ghosted them.
I
You,
did.
you, you hit him with the ghost emoji.
Like, you know what? I'm too busy. Yeah, I'm
Uh,
too busy. I ghosted
nah.
them. I didn't owe them, but I just thought that I'm too busy and I built up a clientele already
Yeah,
on YouTube. And I've seen people that leave you that were doing so well on YouTube and went to
whatnot.
sell on whatnot. And
Yeah,
it's like their clientele. When I mean they build their clientele, they have like over 100 people in their live
yep.
when they're selling. And not everybody is used to the whatnot and go over to whatnot.
Yeah.
But
It's definitely different than YouTube for sure. It's a
yeah,
completely different beast.
yeah, so they kind of like lost, you lose people. I know you will gain people and whatnot. Some of them find it easy because of the I don't know how easy it is for people that sell and whatnot. I just look at it like the only fee I'm paying right now is the PayPal fee.
Yeah.
That's the only fee I'm paying right now, so I don't want to be paying anybody else.
Well,
uh,
well,
any-
that's how you look at it. I'm looking at it as I don't have to chase anybody down for an invoice. I don't have to do the invoicing part. I don't have to do that. All I have to do is just pack it and ship it.
which is
So
good.
for me, that's worth 10%.
Yeah.
So I also am not. If I do a YouTube auction, I don't know what's going to come to it. So for me, it makes sense. For someone
But
like me, why not make
that's not
sense?
true. That is not true. I started my very first auction with you guys
For
ever.
me, I was your first auction too.
Gosh,
Look
you
at me,
forgot.
I'm just introducing you to everybody. Yo, where's my check? Forget your check. Where's my check? I made your first live on YouTube.
Let me
I
te-
introduced you to
let
auctions.
me let
No,
me
no,
re-
no, no.
let
Let
me
me tell
rewind.
you, where
Let me
is
take
my
you
check?
back. Let
I'm
me
waiting for
take
my
you
check.
back.
Waiting for my check.
I was on your show. I was on your show
I'm
once.
waiting for my check.
Let
Waiting
me
for my
take you
check.
back. Let me take you back.
Is that what me and Cameron were doing it?
Yes. And
That was your first.
you guys even did stay do it that long. You did your first one, and then I was like, hey, I want to be on your second. You guys said yes. So I came on the second.
That
Live.
was your first ever auction.
That was my first ever. And
Wow.
as soon as I was on your show twice, and
I'm
then
I'm
I
I'm
said,
sorry if you guys are listening. I'm sorry, YouTube, for introducing Ella to this. I'm the one that developed the monster. I apologize.
I always wanted
I didn't know what I was doing. I'm
no,
sorry,
no, 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 no.
guys.
Let me tell you something. I always wanted. Let me tell you. Since I've been in business, I always look for platforms on how to start selling. Okay, so when I was always doing outdoor events. I used to do the outdoor events a lot. I did the outdoor events until I got found at I think I was at Chick-fil-A in Brandon, and I had doing that's how I
Chick-fil-A.
started.
In
Then
Brandon, you used to
yes,
live close to me.
oh yeah, they used to live in Brandon before I
Brandon's like an hour away, next to Riverview, right?
yeah, yeah.
I go to yard sales there sometimes.
Yeah, I used to live in Brandon before I moved down here. I only moved down here 7 years ago. I've been living down this
You were
area.
this close to me and you left me.
I didn't
You
leave
jerk.
you.
We
So
could
let
have
me
been
tell you.
neighbors. I could have been coming over for tea and crimpets
Yeah.
and scones.
Yeah. So and let me tell you, I used to do everything. I used to go to all. I was known as the queen, the Google queen, because I will Google every event, every outdoor, indoor event, and I used to have a mailing list. I would email the people at the event. I would say, "Hey, let's go to this event. It's $30 for a spot or whatever, $50, whatever." I used to do all that event, and then I got somebody found me and said, hey, would you want to come and sell at USAA? I was like, is it indoors? She said, yes. I said, sign me up.
Oh, that has to be indoors. You can't do outdoors.
No, it was indoors. And they were doing, like, they will get you to come in and you be a regular seller. You will cater to over 3,000 of their staff in the building.
Holy moly! It's a
Yes.
lot of people.
A lot of people.
It's a lot of
Imagine the
people.
traffic that will come, you know.
Yeah.
So you can then it was like 3 days. 3 days you can say, okay, I want to come and sell for 3 days.
Yeah.
They had their kiosks and everything, you know.
Mhm.
And then I became permanent. So I was like, I will go there and I'll sell for a week, you know. So I then I didn't do as much outdoor events or indoor events because I was selling at USA. And then I was selling at the Air Force base in what they call it.
I've
The
you know
place
what? I've already forgot what question you're answering.
we're talking about whatnot, and we're talking about
Wait, this has to do with whatnot.
no, this has to do with selling.
I was like, what is she answering?
No, let me tell you.
You're
This has
talking about some indoor events, some outdoor events,
this
some
this
Air
was
Force base. I was like, what did I even ask her?
this was how I got to sell. Let me tell you, this is how I started selling. I'm telling you why I started selling on YouTube. Okay,
This is how. Okay, we're getting there. Okay.
you see this? That's what I'm saying. You asked me a question.
Everybody just listening, just hold on. She's getting to the point, guys. I know she's on a waffle right now. She's waffling back and forth, but she'll get there. She'll get there.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. In school, way back in school, it's not the kind of school you guys go to these days. Gosh, that's why you guys don't know anything. When you go to school, when they ask you a
Fired.
question, okay, when they ask you a question, you don't give a direct answer.
Oh,
You don't give a yes, no, you
it
don't
take
give a direct
25 minutes to
answer.
answer.
When you give a direct answer, you already failed. You have to go and start tell the story how you got to that answer.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
that's what.
okay.
Yes, that's what
Oh,
I'm used to.
that's what you're doing.
So I'm
You're
trying to
just
tell
doing the
you.
introduction.
I'm trying to tell you how I actually started wanting to sell on YouTube because I've sold on different platforms. Like when Poshmark first of all came out. Poshmark came out 2011. I started selling on Poshmark around that time as well. Okay, towards the end of 2011 when they came out, I started selling on
Mhm.
Poshmark. Okay, and I was looking for platforms to sell on. I tried eBay, it wasn't good for me. And then I thought, okay, you know what? Let me do YouTube. So I signed up for YouTube 2012. And I thought if I put a couple of stuff on YouTube, it will sell. I didn't know that YouTube was a whole different game, ball game. You
Oh,
know,
whole different ball game.
it was a whole different ball game. So I didn't know
You
anything
were
about
playing soccer. You should have been playing football.
it. So I didn't pursue it because I was busy elsewhere. I already had a
Yeah.
kiosk. So I didn't pursue YouTube. It was when during the pandemic, I was sitting at home one day and I happened to go on A&E and on TV and they were doing this extreme unboxing.
Yeah.
So I caught the tail end of it and I didn't know it was a rerun and I really wanted to watch it. So I said, you know what? I'll find it on YouTube and I'll go watch it. I said, I can do that because I always buy stuff wholesale. I said, I can do that. So I went on YouTube.
Yep.
And then when I clicked it in and I saw what people were doing, I was like, you mean
Oh
I
my
back up
goodness.
my business? I could have been doing
I
this.
could be doing this the whole
The
freaking
heck?
time.
So that is how I started going searching on YouTube, finding where people are buying boxes from, doing unboxing, and that's when I started doing unboxing. Now, when I started doing it, I was listing it on
Guys,
Poshmark.
she's almost at her point, guys. She's almost at her point. She's
Yeah,
getting there.
I was listing it on Poshmark and Macari, but I wanted to see how I could sell. And then you came up and you were like, "Oh, myself and Cameron, we're gonna do an auction." I said, you know what? I know Paul already. So I think if I ask these guys, they will let me sell. And I asked you guys, I said, I want to sell next time you go on. And you said, okay. And I came on and I took over that show. I was like,
I had no clue
I
that was the
remember
first time.
Cameron was just like, Ella just keeps selling. She don't know we're gonna sell too.
Yeah, this is how I am now on this podcast. I'm like, does she know that I am also part of this, or she's going to be answering her own questions for 20 minutes? I legit had no. I thought you were with TJ first. I thought you were on his auction first. You were on his one after mine.
TJ didn't do a live auction.
TJ Jarhead,
Oh,
entrepreneur. TJ.
TJ. No, 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 no.
That
This is
was
how
afterwards. Yeah.
no, this is how I started. I started with you first.
Yes.
And then I started on BMOs because
Oh
I wanted
wow.
then Johnny invited me, and the day Johnny invited me to come and to come and be a guest, he made me a co-host. So I was selling on when after I did twice on yours, I was selling on BMOs and Melanie every Monday, and I wanted more. I thought one day was not enough for me to shift my stuff. So then, when I was a guest on Johnny's, he invited me to be a co-host, and I started selling on there. And I thought I need more time, so I created my own, which was Thursday. So I was doing 3 days a week.
But where did TJ's come in? When was that one?
And it was then before he came in, and we were doing the Wednesday. But we didn't do it.
I
We didn't
like
do
that one a
it.
lot.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
a big fan of auctions, but the one that was you, I think Missy was there too,
yeah,
and then
Missy came after when we did a couple of
yeah,
rounds. It
and
was myself and then
Secrets were there. Samantha and
yeah,
Shane, they were a
yeah,
lot of fun. That was a fun
yeah.
auction. That was a
It
lot
was
of
a fun
fun.
auction. Yeah,
Yeah,
and TJ was talking all through the auction.
the dude wouldn't stop talking. The guy talks more than you.
He talks
It's, you know how hard that is. How hard it is to find. I should bring him on next time and just have you and him talk, and then just me be in the background. And then just you see me with a pillow, just
I
say, "Wake me
remember
up when you guys are done."
when he said he was going to do an auction, because he used to have this afternoon show, and then he said he
Yes.
was going to do the auction. I said I reached out to him. I said I want to be on that, but I don't want to be a guest. Everybody
Oh,
else can be a guest, but I don't want to be a
I
guest
want
on
to
the
be a
show.
permanent.
Yeah.
You want to
So yeah.
always take over the show.
It was after he left. That's when I went to do my own Thursday show. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun show. Yeah,
Yeah, it was fun. It
he
was
said he might bring him. He's trying to do a YouTube comeback, so he might bring him back in the future.
well, we'll see
He
how
got
it
a
goes.
big shed now. He has a
Yeah,
so
because he
he's trying.
moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it works. He's just a nice guy.
Yeah.
I got to meet him when he drove through Philly one day. It's really nice. A lot of fun.
Yeah, he's cool. I like
Yeah,
him. Yeah.
yeah. Way
Okay.
cooler than Ella.
Yeah.
Ella was supposed to come and meet me here, and I've been here for 6 months, and
But
still not a peep out of her, guys. A
but guess
peep.
what? It's not happened to me because I don't. It's not up to me because I don't drive. It's up to Kayla. Kayla said we were gonna go down. Now I haven't heard from Kayla in a while now.
So it's Kayla's
Uh,
fault, is what you're saying.
well, I would say I was waiting on her. She said she was going to go, and I reached out to her and I said, if you're gonna go, I would love to go. And then when we were planning to go, come and see you,
I
you
was out of
said you
town.
were gonna be out of town.
I was visiting my parents. I'm sorry. I had to go see my parents.
Yeah,
It
and
it was my mom's birthday. I'm so sorry. I had to go
you
see
were
my mom on
in
her
there three
birthday.
weeks, and he was out of town
I'm so
already.
sorry.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Next week, a friend of mine is coming to visit me from Australia.
Mhm.
Australia, and she's coming to visit me.
That's good.
You live 2 blocks away. You don't want to
I
come over
don't
and say
drive.
hi.
I don't drive.
You can walk 2 blocks.
I can't walk 2 blocks. You see, I got these bad knees. I can't do
I
two
got
blocks.
these bad knees. Get on your little roller scooter. Get on your little old people scooter.
No,
Hit the
I
little
got
beep 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 button. Back
I
it
got
up, and then start driving.
no, I don't got old. I got a tricycle here, but it wouldn't make that journey. I got
You
a
can make the
tricycle.
journey.
I got a tricycle here, right here. I got my
What
tricycle.
city are you in?
It won't make that journey. That
What
I,
city are you in again? What's your
I'm,
city?
I'm in Boynton Beach.
Boynton Beach, Florida.
Mhm.
Directions
It's about
on
4 hours or
on a
5 hours.
bicycle. It will take you 14 hours according to Google Maps on that tricycle to get here. 14 hours.
Imagine, and there's no pathway for the tricycles. There's only cars. I probably get knocked off on the road.
For 14 hours says
Somebody probably will hit me. Let me tell you, the police will stop me and tell me you can't ride your bike on this road.
I feel like it's doable. I feel like you can do it. I feel like
You want me dead?
once you show some initiative and some gumption,
Oh my
you can
gosh,
make
you
it
want
work.
me dead?
Look, 13 hours and 55 minutes.
You want me dead? That's
You
what you
start
want.
off over here. You cycle on this down this little street.
You want me dead?
You get on this street. You go around the Stormwater Area 1 West. You cycle around the big lake.
Really?
And then boom, look, you're here. So boom.
Oh,
Very easily done. I don't want to
yeah.
hear no excuses.
How come you haven't come down? Why you come down to me? You got a car? Come down.
Uh,
Come down.
I'm the celebrity here. Do you not forget what a celebrity here is?
Well,
Celebrity doesn't go to their fans. The fans
well,
go to the
I
celebrity, Ella
thought
Johnson.
you're in down the old people side, Sarasota.
Yeah,
Where the old people
you know all about it.
where the
I
old people go
guarantee you.
retire.
Wait.
Where the old
Boynton
people
Beach
retire.
average age. Let's see.
Oh gosh.
Oh wow, no, Boynton Beach is young. What are you doing there?
Because I'm young and hot.
The average age of Boynton Beach is 41.3. What are you doing there?
Because
don't
I'm young
belong.
and hot. You said you thought I was in my 40s.
Yeah, okay, so it's younger. Northport is 43 years where I live, and then Boynton Beach is 41 years. But don't compare me to like Venice. Venice is like 68 years. That's where the old people are. I'm not
No.
there.
Well, what Sun City? Sun City. I almost went to live in Sun City. I was
Where's
actually looking for
Whoa,
over
Sun
55.
City 73. 73 average age in Sun City. You would fit right in.
Um,
Where is Sunset? I didn't know where that is. Sun City,
Sun
Florida.
City, yeah, Sun City is not that far. I was actually looking for over 55 community in Sun City. Sun City is a nice place.
Oh, Okay, that's close to like Ruskin and like
Yeah,
Brandon
Ruskin
and
and
Riverview. Yeah,
Apollo Beach. Yeah,
yeah, okay, yeah. That's a little north from me. Sun
yeah,
City is from me about an hour, I would say. Yeah, an hour away.
yeah.
I'm an hour south. Yeah.
Okay, so how far are you from Boynton Beach?
Uh, car by car,
Yeah.
a long too far. I don't want to tell you. Just not even worth even telling you how far it is. It's just
So when Kayla said she was gonna come down, I
it's
said we're
it's
gonna
three
stay.
3 hour drive. It's a 3 hour drive.
Yeah, I know. She said we're gonna go and come back the same day, and I said,
You,
I
you
already
said
told,
you said the hell we are.
I said I don't think so. I said we're gonna drive there and we're just gonna say hi and drive all the way back.
Yeah, you can,
I mean, that's what I said. I said this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna be driving. We're gonna say we're just gonna drive out. I
to
said
be honest, that's about all of you I can handle. It's just the wave, and that's it. Any more, I'm like, I'm done. I
no.
can't do it
I
like that.
thought, I thought we can. I thought, we can go over for the weekend. That's what I thought we were gonna do. I said because I really want to go thrifting with you. I want to go garage sale and all of that. I want to go to the places you go and buy some stuff. So I thought that's what it was gonna be. We are gonna go maybe on a Friday, then
Yeah.
Saturday we're gonna go garage sale, and then we're gonna hit the road back. But she said no, we're just gonna go say hi, and I was like, uh,
You're like the hell we are.
well, we're gonna go drive, stay in the car, go. I said that means we're gonna go. We're gonna leave that early to go.
Yep.
I'm like, no, and I don't like driving late. I don't like the late night driving, and I don't mind the early morning driving, but no, I'm like, we're not gonna spend time with Paul at all. This is a drive-by visit. I don't do drive-by.
That's about as much of you as I can handle, and good thing Kayla understood that.
Well,
No, but no, for the future, for sure, a weekend is probably the best thing. You
yeah.
guys can stay. I have plenty of room. Well, Kayla can stay inside. You can stay outside. We have plenty of room for both you guys.
Well, you
Uh,
already said I was gonna stay outside.
so you're ready. You bring your hammock. Bring your hammock, and you'll be good.
Well,
Have
well,
you ever slept on a hammock? I don't think Ella Johnson sleeps on hammocks. I don't
I
think
know
that's
I've
something
never
you
slept
you
on a
do.
hammock, and I don't think I'll ever sleep on a hammock anyway.
You don't pin me for one of those. Like, have you ever gone camping before?
Hell to the no. Do I look
Yeah,
like a camping
I
person to
figure
you?
you're not that kind of type. No.
Well, you know what? I got this camping stuff. Might as well keep it.
You know,
Just in
I
case.
thought you were about to try to sell something to me. I'm like we're not live right now, Ella. No one can buy this.
$25 starting bid up.
$25 starting bid. For those of you guys that are watching the podcast later,
You can hit me up. Save your first. Save your
she's
first.
always trying to sell something this fun. Look at her. She's like, oh, did you say camping? Well, look what I got.
Save your first at gmail.com. Okay? Camping. Bed.
You had that ready to go too. You were like begging me to ask the camping question. You're like, wait, is he gonna ask about the camping? Look what I got.
It was right there. Just right there.
Yeah, I figured that's not your style. You're not like a tent person, a hammock person. I don't know, wild kind of person. That's not you, right?
I really don't know. Because all that time you say, Ella, you sleep outside. I'm like, you must be dreaming. If you seen Flintstone, why when Fred put the dog or whatever outside, and then the dog went back in through the window and kicked him outside,
Yeah,
that was what would have happened with you.
the Flintstones. That was Stone Age, right? During the Stone Age.
Yeah, the Flintstones. Did you watch the Flintstones?
Is that when you were alive too? During the
Shut
Stone Age?
up. Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. you know.
No, that was before my time. Before my time. I'm sure it was great during the 1900s.
Yeah, there's still reruns on Flintstones. Okay.
No, I sell Flintstones now full of time, so I understand
Let me
the
tell you,
beauty of
if you
Flintstones.
see any of the Flintstones when you go garage shopping, buy it.
Really? You like
Yeah,
Flintstones?
buy it because you never know how much those things are gonna go for.
I sold one last week. I sold Fred Flintstone like piggy bank.
You see, how much did
Wait,
that go for?
not much, like $15, but I paid $1 for it. So $1 into
That's
15, I can do it.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
$15,
I
one
mean,
five. Well, yeah, you sell things for like $1, so yeah, I guess that's.
you bought it for $1 and you sold it for 15. Come on, Dad. What the profits there?
Oh, I
You
said
know,
I know it's good. I didn't say it was bad.
that's
It
what
was
I'm
good.
saying. Yeah, it's good.
Paid and shipped. Is it here? Boom, there it is.
Where you sell it on
On
eBay?
eBay. Actually sold to a viewer. I got a note that they watch and they love my channel.
Uh,
So here's what I look like.
oh, that is so cute.
Here's the back of it. It's like a little piggy bank. It's cute.
You see, that is cute.
Yeah.
That is really cute. Yeah.
I bought it because I was like, oh, it's cute like me. People are gonna like it.
I'm telling you, see, and it sold. You bought it for $1 and you sold it sold for 15. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. It's pretty
Where's the
cool.
note? Where's the note on it? Someone that says, "Hi, I'm a recently new subscriber. I love your videos. Keep up the good work. Bless you." That was a note on the buy, so it was a viewer.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is so
people love me, Ella. I know you don't love me, but people love me. I just,
yeah, come on now. What do you mean I don't love you?
everybody loves them
I love
some Paul.
you.
Oh, you guys heard it. You want to talk about Savior first? You guys heard it here first. Ella Johnson loves
You are
me.
one of my favorite person on YouTube.
Oh, you stop it. You stop it with the truth now. You stop it with the truth.
Really, you're one of my favorite person on YouTube, you know. And like I said, if it wasn't for you, I don't know if it would have it was taking me much longer to go live to do
I,
my own show myself.
I gave you the push. I gave it the little
Yeah,
push.
and you did really push me because there was a Friday that we are supposed to go on and you left me hanging. I was like,
Back
Adam,
back
Adam, man,
back up a little bit. What happened? What happened on Thursday? What happened
what's Thursday?
the Thursday before that
You
Friday?
knew we had a show. You decided to go. Do a 24-hour.
I did a 24-hour live that ended at 9 a.m. I think on Friday, and Ella wanted me at 12 p.m. on Friday, 3 hours later, to go do a show of her. I told her, "Ain't no way it's
No,
happening."
he didn't tell me. He said, I'll see you, and he didn't show up.
Did
Adam,
not say I'll see you.
Adam Hot Maid came and saved the day that day.
Thank you, Adam Hart, for saving the day, because Ella was delusional, thinking I was going to be awake for 24 hours, take a 1 hour nap, and be ready to go again for some reason.
Who told you to make? You knew we had a show on Friday. You decided to go do a 24. I didn't send you.
I figured you'll be good without me. I figured you could pull it off.
Yeah, that one you set me up real good.
I want to go back and watch that.
You
It's still on your channel, right? I bet you're like cursing me off and stuff.
You set me up real good. I was
You're
like,
that Paul, that son of a biscuit.
I was panicking. I was like, am I gonna be able to do this live? Am I I'm very good when I have somebody to banter with. I'm not very good on my own. Even, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not very good on my own. I'm good when I have somebody to banter with.
Let's see this.
That's why you see. That's why you see in my shows, I always have somebody that I can banter with.
Yeah, so far you're pulling it off. I know you're doing great. You were great by yourself for those 2 seconds.
I'm trying. It's hard to have a show on my own. I have to have somebody I can bounce.
That's why on my podcast I have a guest on, because it's so hard for me. There's some people out there like on YouTube that are resellers that have a podcast where it's just them talking for an hour straight, and I'm like, how do you do that? That's so hard.
I just can't. But you've been doing it though. You've been doing it a long time. Like when you do your listing and you're talking and people in the chat and you're talking with them. You're
That's
in,
different. Yeah.
yeah, you're interacting with the people, which is I still can't do that. I'm still, like it's hard. Like yourself, Victoria, you guys can do it. Johnny, just to mention a few, you guys can do it, with the chat coming in, and it's like you can bounce off them and read the
Yeah.
chat. And I still don't know how to do it.
Now that's a hard skill to pull off because
Yes.
you have to kind of act like they're in the same room with you, but they're not. You
Yeah.
know, and it's tough. You have to be talented, Ella.
I
Maybe
am not.
one day when you'll become talented, you'll understand. But you haven't gone through
That's
that
what I'm
period.
saying. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. And like Missy is going to. She said she's leaving YouTube, so I
Again?
wouldn't. I wouldn't have. Yeah, I wouldn't have
Aw, I
anybody.
like Missy.
I wouldn't have anybody to do the Sunday shows with me now. So I
She's
have to
not
do.
she's not doing the Sunday shows with you?
Well, she's leaving YouTube, so I guess if she's leaving YouTube, she's not going to be doing
Send
the
her
show.
a check.
She's
But
leaving
it's
at the end of the month. So I only have one show with her next week. I don't even know
oh,
how that's gonna go. So, now come August, I
I did catch a little bit of your last show when she was breaking down um how she felt disrespected by other people, right? I was
I don't
listening to a
know if
little
she
bit
says
of that.
she's disrespected. She just says that that she is not getting like the views she wants, and when she puts an ad out there to let people know she's having a live or whatever, she doesn't get as much people in it. But to me is that you got to build up your clientele no matter where you are. You got to build, and you have to be regular. You got to be active.
Yeah,
She's a full-time. She works full-time.
yeah.
And if you're not active on your channel as often as you can be, you got to start somewhere. You got to build somewhere. And if you're not, you
That's
don't
for sure.
expect 100 people to turn up when you go live. 100 people are not going to turn up. It didn't take me. It's been like what, over 2 years. And when I started, I had maybe like 15 people come in and maybe 20 people come in. Now I'm having 30, I'm having 40, I'm having 60 people. Sometimes it depends. If I'm having a good day, I could have close to 70 people come in, but
Yeah,
you got to start somewhere. You got to build. And if you're not building up, you just can't expect people just to show up. And you got to do the same too. That's one thing YouTube is about. You got to
hey,
go be
wow, it
present
has
in
been
other
two
people's
years.
lives. You got to be present in
July,
other people's lives
that's
too.
crazy. It's like 2 years exactly. Your first live was July 16th.
You see? Yeah.
We look so cute. We look so cute your first live. You see us matching? You see this?
Yeah, I know. I
Look at
see that
that.
one.
Look at us being all cute.
All you can eat, and it includes all the drinks and stuff.
That wasn't
All
our
this-
first live. Today.
that was your first ever live. Look at it.
Oh, that was my first ever live. That was so true. My first
Yeah.
ever live.
Look at that. All these people. Horizon Picks. Is that remember Cheryl? What happened
Oh,
to
yeah.
Cheryl?
I
Man.
don't know. I reached out to her during the holidays just to say hi, but I don't hear back from her on.
I miss Cheryl.
Yeah, Cheryl, she was one.
There's
She was.
Carissa. Carissa was on the last podcast episode. This shows
Oh,
good
okay.
there.
I did watch her on yours. I did watch her.
Carissa, we were talking about different cuts of meat. There we go. That's Cheryl for you.
Yeah, Cheryl, she was. I
There's
remember when she had the
Scooter.
show. I did that. Her first live too.
There's wait.
What's
No,
that?
not
Oh,
Pearl,
Bernini.
but I want to focus on
Ooh.
not Cheryl. Where is it? Where is it?
With Paul.
Come on.
Have mercy.
No. Where is it? It was there. Right there. No?
Where?
I'm trying. I'm not. I don't want to give it away. She has to say more. Nope. That's Derek. There's Jen.
That's
What was
Jen.
What am I doing? What am I holding my hand in tape measure?
What am I holding in my?
Brandy knows about BBC. You see
Oh,
Brandy's
Aqua
There it
Girl.
is.
Hey,
There it is. I was like, where is it?
Brandy. You know, Brandy is she's a grandmother now. She is.
Oh, I was hoping you were saying divorced. I was like, oh, really?
No, she would never be divorced. She would never be divorced. She's a grandmother now. Her oldest son, who is almost 30, and her daughter, her son and her daughter, they got kids now. She daughter welcomed a daughter in May. Her son has 3 kids. So she's a grandmother.
Wow.
I haven't heard from her in a while. I drop her a text message just to check out because she's busy and she's enjoying her grandkids right now. Man, I lost a lot of weight. Look at me. I was really big.
You
Dang.
were sexy. You were sexy there. You're sexy now, Ella.
Oh man, I lost. Look at you can see. Then you can see my neck. Look at my neck. You can see my neck now. Oh, my neck is so long.
Oh
my gosh.
people, man. It's fun to do like a throwback. I see he was in the chat the whole time.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
girls really
Big
do
girls.
cry.
Yeah, Big Girls is from England. Yeah,
Yeah.
come in there. Yeah, she's in England.
Aqua Girl.
I haven't seen Aqua Girl in a
Is
long
this where I put the wig on? Yes, I remember this is the first
yeah,
live
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
days.
This is it. This is it.
You were getting your photo.
Yeah.
You were like, all right, this is we gotta see this. Look, there's the pillow you sent me. You see the pillow you sent me right there?
Yeah, you still got it?
Oh, it's in my living room, right? Yeah, I still got it. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
It's a good look, I would say. It's a good look. The hair was getting everywhere. Look at that.
Oh,
so yeah, if you guys want to see this live, save here first on YouTube. You can go to live. You can sort them oldest by newest, and you can see it. So
it was so fun. It was so funny.
Ella rocks, says Mark. You see all these people.
So
That's
much
crazy.
fun.
Yeah, see, so you can go by live. You can click and sort oldest, and you will see her first.
Yes.
2 years ago. And then you had a live listing with you had Giovanni.
Yeah, it was in Giovanni. Yeah.
Was a motivation live of Giovanni?
Yeah.
Was your first sale? Was it plush? Was that your first sale on your channel?
No, was it? I don't think so.
That's what it says right here. Your plus auction, September 9th.
Plush auction. Yeah. I've done the plush auction twice now. Or is it 3 times? I've done the plush auction.
Look at you just knowing who that. I don't know who that is. I don't know what that guy even is.
It's a Mario.
It is Mario. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It is. Yeah.
I really miss doing plush auction. I don't have the space for it because I used to have buckets and bucket loads of it. I just don't have the space to put plush right now. I would love to do another plush auction.
Is Giovanni live close to you or no? Is he?
Giovanni is in Hollywood. He's about where in a good day without traffic, he probably will get to me in 45 minutes.
Yeah, I know where Hollywood is. That's where the casino is, right? The big guitar shaped casino.
Yeah, you get
Hard Rock. Yeah,
you get one of the casinos there, and it's Hard Rock is also in Orlando and also in Tampa.
Yeah, I know there's
I've been to one in Orlando and I've been to the one in Tampa.
You haven't been to the one in Hollywood? The one's actually shaped like a guitar?
Yeah, I've never been to that one in Hollywood. Yeah. So he's there. He works full-time right now. He's been working full-time since he moved back to Florida about over a year ago now. So
I met him at the Prison to Profit convention in South Carolina. And I was like, yo, Giovanni, you know what his first words to me were?
What was it?
You want a shot? I was like, heck yeah, I want a shot. Let's do this. That was his first words. I'm like, yo, Giovanni, what's going on? He goes, you want a shot? I'm like, yeah. He's speaking my language, man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I miss Giovanni. Giovanni was like, me and him we're gonna be like so partners in all this, because when I started my live on my channel, I reached out because Giovanni was the first one that took me to, well, it wasn't the first one. I think he was the second, because TJ came down, and he took me to the bin store, and then Giovanni came and took me to the bin store, and me and
Yeah,
Giovanni just,
Giovanni came like on vacation, right? Because he lived in New York at that time, right?
yeah,
So he
he
was
lives
in
on
Florida on
in New York,
vacation. Yeah.
and he just came down to go to the bin store. And I was like, if you're gonna go to the bin store, you must come and pick me up. Same thing when I met TJ too.
Okay.
No, he came down, but he took me to go to the bin store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they came down, but
I,
I met him and his
I thought they
best
just
friend.
came for you. I don't know. If
No,
that
no,
was
no, no,
the
no, no. They came down to Tampa. TJ loves traveling. So they
TJ
came
loves
down.
traveling.
TJ, TJ loves traveling. He came down to
He,
Tampa,
he
and
just
then
came from like Sweden or something.
yeah, and then they came. He said he was gonna go to the bin store when he gets to Tampa. So they drove down from Tampa. He picked me up, and then we went to the bin store.
They
Yeah,
drove down from Tampa to pick you up.
yeah, took me
Poor
to the bin
TJ.
store.
Poor TJ. That's not knowing what he was doing. Poor guy.
And then Giovanni drove all the way from New York. He came down, and then he picked me, and we went to the bin store too. And me and
Poor.
Giovanni, we just clicked, and we were like, "Oh, we gotta do stuff together." We had all these big plans laid out. We were gonna take YouTube by storm, and it was gonna be a whole different level of.
Yeah.
But then he got a full-time job, and his job was just taking so much of his time, so he wasn't doing as much.
That's
of-
for. That's why I say like YouTube is like a full time job in itself. If you want to take it seriously, yeah, you have to treat YouTube as like a full time job. So if you
yeah.
have a full time job, it's very hard to have YouTube be successful because like
And yes,
it's
because I
almost
was waiting.
impossible.
Me and him, we had big plans, and then he had the storage. We were gonna be going buying pallets, and you know.
Yeah.
And one time I couldn't wait any longer. I kept waiting. I said I gotta wait for him, but I just couldn't wait any longer. I said I wasting money buying all these mystery boxes, opening them, spending money, and there's hardly crap in the box. I was like, you know what? I just have to do this.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait. So I couldn't wait anymore. And I just ventured out. I was like, I just got to go buy the pallet. And I bought my first pallet. I got my first, it wasn't my first actual pallet because I ordered a pallet. It got broken down. And when I got it, it was a mess. I wasn't happy with it. I got my second pallet, and it was Amazon medium. It was hard. I still got a few things from that pallet, and it's been almost 2 years. I got that. Actually, it's 2 years plus.
Oh, and they haven't sold yet.
I got a few things I kept. A lot of some stuff I donated, some stuff I did sell. I made my money back because it was $350 for the pallet. I made my money back on it anyway and made some profit on it. But it wasn't. There were bigger items. It's not something you can bring to the auction to sell.
For sure.
I wanted high piece count or high count piece or whatever they
Yeah, it
call it.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So my next one was a Target pallet, which I got. And yeah.
So a little like behind the scenes here. So like you live in an apartment, right?
Yes.
And you have no car. So it's
I
like
have no
so
car.
that's why you're doing mainly pallets, because for someone like you, it's the best way for you to get inventory. You can't
Yeah.
just say, "Hey, I'm going
Pallet.
thrifting." You don't have a car to get into to drive. You can say, "Hey, I'm going to a yard sales."
I
So
can't do that as much as I would love to. Yeah.
no, that's why I love your story a lot, because a lot of people give the excuse saying, "Oh, well, you have a car, you can do so and so." Like you're here and you're killing it, and you don't have any of that, and it's not a crutch for you. So
Yeah.
actually, I love that. I love that a lot about you. Yeah.
I buy. Before I used to get my ex-husband, I'm like, well, you owe me. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am today. So
You owe me. Drive over and take me to this
Let
place.
me tell you, yeah, he used to drive 4 hours. He would drive 4 hours to come down here. I would rent a SUV and a bigger 7-seater SUV, and we'll drive 1 hour 45 minutes to Vero Beach, and where the pallet place is. Get a pallet, break it down, put it in there, bring it in the house, then go back and return the car. And then he will drive back again 4 hours, go back to St. Pete. That's what I'm like, yeah. And then one day he said, Ella, if I'm coming down here, the money you have to pay me to get gas, the rent a car, he said, why don't you just ask if they deliver?
Yeah.
You know, all that money you're spending to rent a car and everything, and you buy one pallet. I said, you can buy 2 pallets. And I thought about it and I said, yeah, that's true. So instead of me buying 1 pallet, you know, some of the time I bought 3 pallets. I've broken down 3 pallets. So that's what I do.
That's
on
crazy.
Monday, on Monday I bought 1 pallet. Okay. Last week, Monday, I bought 2 pallets last week, Monday. And, you know, this is some of the stuff you can see around here. These are some of the stuff in the pallets, you know. And and the auction, I break it down. It's like on Monday. So from Monday, I've been selling from the pallet. Actually, I've made my money back. The pallet is $650. The pallet is $650 per pallet. It cost me $365 for delivery, where they bring it.
Yeah.
And guess what? I got loads more here. I got a shelf full here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. When I mean boxes, you know those Amazon boxes full with stuff. I got a shelf full here all the way and all the way there. There's still stuff that I can still make money from.
So would you say you went to like half of it already, or what do you think?
No, not half of it.
No,
I've made the money back already. So
that's awesome.
It's been like that. That is why I said I want to give up my my part-time job.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, because it's like I'm making like $1,800 a week.
Yeah.
You know, the most sometimes $18. If it's not that busy, I'll probably make about $1,300. Now, if I'm making $1,300 a week, let's say, okay, fair enough. Let's not just say $1,300. Let's say in the slow period, which we are in the slow period now before it starts picking up, because when it hits May, we're slowing down. Okay, so I'm making $1,000 a week. And that, I sell a week. That's how much I'm making. And I'm buying the pallet like that.
Yeah.
So I can afford to pay my rent, which is it's gonna be about $1,600 come August that I'm gonna be paying for my rent. So that is 1 week already. Yep. I paid that and my bills. So I still have 3 weeks left that I can make $1,000, So that's another thing I'm thinking at the end of the year, I might want to do that. But then there's another thing where I still want to hold on to it a little bit, because I want to move into a bigger apartment. I want to move into a big apartment because, living in a 1-bedroom apartment, and I want to.
You pay $1,600 in rent for a 1-bedroom?
Sorry?
You pay $1,600 in rent for a 1-bedroom? Sheesh.
Yes. What part of Florida do you think I'm living in?
I pay $19 for my house.
Yeah, because you live in a house. I could pay that if I want to live in a house.
Why don't you want to live in a house? Get a house.
Yeah, I can get a house. I might think about getting a house. Maybe when I I don't know. I probably will get a house, but it's just that there's so many things. It just depends on where I want to live.
Get a house in Sun City. You'll fit right in.
I want to live where I can get inventory. I don't want to live somewhere where
it's okay. Don't cry, Ella. Don't cry. I don't want to make you cry now.
I don't want to live where I won't get inventory. So that's
I feel so bad for you. You're like dying over here. Like the fans working overtime. You keep like brushing all the sweat off. I'm like, oh man, this poor lady over here. This poor old lady over here.
I got a light in my eye. So that's where the heat is coming from, because I turned all the lights off and I got this light overhead. I don't want to
Yeah.
turn the fan on. I got a portable fan. I don't want to turn it on because I know it's going to make a whole lot of noise. People are going to be like,
Oh,
"What's
I
that
love it. I
for?"
love it. I
So that's
absolutely
why I'm
love it.
using it. Like, God, yeah, man, I'm going through, menopause and all. So what do you expect?
I see how you're struggling. She was like, I already used this rag cloth. I already used this one. Wait, I haven't used this cloth yet. Let me let me wipe away with this one. Well, good news for you is we're at the 2 hour mark, so we're pretty much done with the interview. Even though it wasn't really an interview, I got to ask you 2 questions and you waffled for 20 hours.
Waffle. That
Yeah,
must be a new one. Because while I was in England, I never heard waffle
it's
before.
because you were busy waffling the whole time. That's why I
That's a
never
new
heard it.
one. I never heard that slang in England, a waffle. It must
You
have
were
been a new one.
busy
That's why
doing it.
the kids dreamed up
The,
waffle.
the the kids dream that one up. As the kids use these days.
Yeah.
Um, so before we end, where can the people? So people can. I'm going to link your YouTube. Save here first. In like a minute. Don't go for 20 hours now. Give us your schedule. Well, if people go on your channel, what they expect?
So
Oh
since you
boy,
said
here we go.
since you said I shouldn't waffle. Okay.
Oh,
So
you have a card. Look at that. She has a card. She's
of
prepared.
course I
Look at
got a
that.
card.
Boom. Look
I
at that.
got a
Thank you for
card.
shopping. Oh, before you go to that, do you still have tape with your face on it? You're the only person I saw that had tape with your face on it. That was pretty unique.
What do you mean? What I have? What on my face on it?
The tape you use to tape your packages.
Oh, I've changed it now. I've upgraded.
Oh, it's no longer your face.
No, it's not long. See, this is what it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be your tape. Yes.
This is it now. This is my
Oh, it's just a oh man, I don't get your face anymore. I get shopping bags.
I wanted to change it, so I did this, and I got stickers. This is like my latest sticker I
Oh, those
have.
are cool. I like that one a lot.
I have
Yeah.
a lighter one. I got keychains and
Dang.
pins.
Okay.
Yes.
There we
So
go.
yeah. So this is this is it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Custom tape. I love it.
I didn't. I'm like, you know what? I didn't want to have my face, on there. I wanted when
Well,
people see something else, it will be
well,
shopping.
that's why I'm working on a new logo myself too, because mine has my face on it, and it has me in a storage unit because that used to be my content with storage units. So
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not even doesn't make sense anymore. So I'm trying to get something new now. Did I show you? I don't think I showed you. Sorry, I
What?
keep wanting to end this, but I keep waffling now. I'm the waffler.
So,
I apologize for being a
yeah,
waffler. So I was trying to get a new logo, right? Because I'm in Florida now, so I'm trying to get a new logo.
Mhm.
And so I pay the guy on Fiverr, the website Fiverr, where you
That's
pay
how you did my logo. Somebody on Fiverr. It took
Well,
me.
somebody did a good job of yours.
No. I let me tell you, I paid to get it done, and the lady, she couldn't satisfy me at all. She was just coming out. I was like, "You're charging me $60 something, and you couldn't come up with." I was telling her I want something, and she was coming up with the ridiculous stuff. So I said I want my money back. So I got my money back, and I
Good
went
for
in.
you.
And I went in and I selected. That's why I went in myself, because there's a part you can go in and you can select your own.
Oh, so you
and
did
do
your own thing. Okay,
So I
good for
went
you.
into and I paid
So
money for that.
I paid a guy, and I said, hey, there's a bit with me being afraid of alligators, so pretty cool to have an alligator on the logo. And I'm like, I like to shop at yard sales, so do something with that. My name's Phlip, blah blah blah. This is what he did. This is what this guy did.
Crap.
What is that? What is that?
What the heck?
He gave me an alligator wearing a football shirt for some reason. Nothing to do with
That
me.
doesn't say anything. It doesn't represent. Doesn't show.
What does it have to do with me at all?
Did you reject it?
I did. I paid, I think, like $30 or $35.
No, you should get your money back.
And then I was like, this is crap. And then he goes, okay, if you want to pay $35 more, I can redo it. And something else. I'm like, I'm not giving you one more penny.
Yeah. You're like, I want my money back. The lady that did mine, she showed me the draft, and I kept telling her, I said, you're not getting my vision. I said, this is how I want it. I don't want it. And I kept giving her, she said, okay, give me an example of what you want. So I went to Google and I sent her some pictures and I said, play around with this. I want the font to be this. I want the font to be that, you know. And I said, oh my goodness, I could do this myself because I'm a graphic artist. How come I can't do this myself? I was getting so frustrated and she wasn't coming up. I said, you know what? For $65 freaking dollars, I said, I want my money back.
Boom.
She gave me my money back. And then I went back in, and then there's a part where you can choose. There's different designs, and you can choose your own designs, and you can work with the colors and the fonts and everything. You can add what you want. And then I saw the shopping bag, and I said, you know what? This shopping bag looks nice. That's what I do anyway. I'm selling in a shopping bag, smiley faces.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
There you go. Anyways, back to the original question.
You're the one that waffled this time.
That was me. I was the waffler. Here's where you guys can find her. Mondays, 6:15 p.m. Tuesdays, 10 in the morning. Thursdays, 1 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. Yeah. And these things, and some of these last for like 5-6 hours, right?
All right. Only Fridays.
Only Fridays last 5-6 hours.
We start at 10 and we actually go for 7 hours.
Holy moly.
Sometimes we've done 8 hours twice since we started it. We've done 8 hours. But yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. We try to sell as much. It's Friday, so it's like basically stuff for me because I sell during the week and I try to give like good deals. So stuff that I've shown before during the week that didn't sell, I might give a great deal just to get rid of it at the end of the week. Sense. And then I bring some stuff that I haven't shown as well. I bring some of those stuff too, you know, and I make. So yeah. So in a good, like last week, Friday, I made almost $600. And that was even our slow period. Sometimes I can make like $800 on that Friday, you know, when it's busy, you know, depending on what I get in my pallets too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Catch her on those days. Link to her channels down below. Ella, thank you so much for coming on. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna wait for my check in the mail now. I'm gonna wait for it.